Hi, my name is Linda Kornberg, and I'm going to share with you today some things from my outline for the learning and teaching interaction number one. First off, the history of family life education. It's important for us to understand where this program came from and what it's all about. It's taking family science principles and practices to the public outside the traditional classroom to strengthen relationships in the home with individuals and families. So that's it, but kind of in a nutshell, what family life education is all about. It's an approach that is preventative in nature, based on the needs of those who we interact with, and needs that are pertinent, not just everyday normal occurrences in life, but things that are stressful or that they're at risk for. My role in family life education is to become a family life educator and to find out where there is a need and to prepare accordingly and share the knowledge that I gain so that families can and individuals can be strengthened. Taking family life education to those that are at greatest risk, I think, should be the number one um, focus of family life educators. Those that are at most at risk are often the ones that do not receive the help and the support and education that they need to acquire new behaviors and that will make their lives better and their family's life better. The skills that I have in working as a family life educator, first is my degree, which I'll be completing next year. And I've worked extensively with special needs children, K through 12, and their families, and often with their unique situations and challenges that they face, their challenges go unheard. And so I think it's important to understand where the need is, where the challenges are, and where we need to focus our attention. Families is what family life education is all about, along with the individuals that make up those families. The family is the foundational unit of society, the backbone of society, and it's quickly dwindling in its strength and effect because of the way that society is looking at and perceiving the family. Family is the circle that gives each individual a place to belong, to be loved, and to be needed. My perception of what a family is will guide me as I teach the families and individuals that are in need. My understanding of how our Heavenly Father planned for families to be, with a father as a provider, a mother as a nurturer, working together, children being raised with love and compassion, with boundaries. This is the ideal family, but in today's world, we see less and less frequently. Thus, families are in great need of help at times. I think at any given time in life, a family or an individual could certainly benefit from FLE to aid them in their challenge. Families face stress, they face risk, they face tragedy, they face loss and dysfunction, and some are able to overcome those things with their own learning and knowledge, and yet others need help in learning new behaviors and new ways to handle situations so that they can overcome those things and become a strong family and stronger individual. The content needs to be governed by the needs and risk of the family. The content of our family life education, where should the information and learning come from? Most definitely it needs to come from a credible and research-based source. There are many family life education materials out in the public today that are not from those kind of sources, and so can be misleading and can actually lead a family or an individual down the wrong path and not help them to overcome and learn new behaviors. The motivation that we can give to families really needs to start when we're teaching them, because if they're not motivated when they're done with the family life education program, nothing will change in their lives. So we as family life educators need to be motivated ourselves and be able to instill that motivation and forward progress in the people that we work with. I can take my conviction of what a family and individual, what the importance of family and individuals within families in the when I teach family life education, and this will help me to convey the principles necessary to instill change within these families. If I believe in what I'm teaching, I can more easily instill that in the clients that I work with. The last thing I wanted to address was the principles that we teach. We can the principles we teach can also guide our development and professional practice. We must grow if we are to help those we serve to grow. And that's from Appendix A, and I thought that was great. The principles we teach can also guide our own development and professional practice. We must grow if we are to help those we serve to grow. And I picked the principle of empathy. I think that for me will be the best approach when I work with clients and help them to see things in a different way. A principle of empathy is a fundamental act of caring, is taking time to look at the world through another's eyes. To be able to truly teach and motivate, I need to be able to care and look beyond the circumstances and see the world as those that I teach see it. Participants will usually respond to facilitators who show compassion and understanding. If we go into it not really showing that we care or that we try to understand the situations that they're in, we will have lost them from the beginning. But if we can show that care and compassion and try to look at the world through their eyes, we will be much more able to help them see a vision for their future and be able to, we can better understand where they're coming from. Facilitators need to be sensitive and view the risk at hand through the eyes of the individuals and family that they're serving. Family is important. Family is the foundation of life. Thank you for watching.